We are going to do a follow-up to using the firing systems I showed you how to use the other day, the ones I offer. I'm also going to show you how to connect 62 millimeter shells, any of the preloads, they're all the same, and also the raccoon slices. There's some different connections on some other slices, but this is what we're going to do today. One question, I guess it wasn't a question, it was just somebody said I should show this. The red light will show when you have good connection. However, when the wires are touching, the red light's still going to be on, which it wouldn't work, but it does show you that you have continuity. You pull it out, red light goes off. And it still kind of looks like a red light, but it's brighter when they're connected. Something else, somebody wanted to know if there is a delay on the remote, so we will test that quick. Okay, I'm going to hit ABCD real fast. Alright, no delay. They all went just fine. Alright, so these little ones, you can't really get your fingers in there to get this cap off. I've always got a knife on me, so that's what I use. Pull that cap off. Now here, you're going to put your match in there, and with the Comets, I know on a lot of the other products they say to keep your match head back. The only times I've ever had problems with the Comets are with the match head back. So what I like to do is I push it in there, then I push the match all the way up. There's a screen in there you'll hit. You can take your plastic cap, and that's how you're gonna put it right back on there over the wire. And that's going to hold it together. I can't get this one. Alright, so that is ready. You should not travel with these pre-wired. Also, don't hook them up to your firing system until you've got them in place where you want to shoot them. Keep your firing system off. One thing I've heard, which I've only heard this once ever, somebody had said they were checking continuity and the match actually lit and a big shell went off right next to them, which that's fine. If you got everything all set up and you're ready to go, just know when you turn your equipment on, treat everything like a loaded gun. Don't get over the top of it. That's probably a 1 in a million story, but I guess it can happen. So 62 millimeters, same way. Stick your match in there. Cap on. I'll show you guys what we got for racking. These here, slices. So the raccoon ones have ports on the bottom. So you open that up right where the sticker says E-port. You can do exactly the same thing with this. And you'll have to get your wire out, and once you got it set, you can get it into your firing system. Now, I've got a lot of nice racks for all of this stuff, but I do just want to say, you do not need fancy racks to make this work. I love the racks I've got for these. I love all the racks. They're very nice, especially if you've got a workshop where you work on all this stuff and you kind of set it up in the garage. It just looks good. But ultimately, all you need for slices, you could have a block like this, get 2 of them, shove your slices in between them. I mean, you could make it as wide as you wanted. Now, I know you shouldn't use a concrete block, but like the slices or the single shot mines, there's nothing that really explodes. It's all tails, Comets. I would definitely say you could fill up a block with them. And this is probably, you know, even with the 62 millimeters, like whatever. If you're using your firing system and you're far away, if it exploded in this block and you're far away, nothing's gonna hit you, right? So that's really a bottom line. I know a lot of people always complaining about the milk crate racks and stuff like that, but like, and these actually, the 62 millimeters fit great in a milk crate rack. You know, when everybody's talking about safety as far as that, or like, I know somebody would complain saying like, well, you hooked up 50 cakes, what if one started blue and they were all blowing up, and like, you know, you saw in our show, we had plenty of room, 360 degrees all the way around, and that would have made a great video. Nothing would have been damaged, nobody would have been hurt. So that is part of it. If you're already doing stuff that's not so safe, then you need to be a little safer with what you're shooting out of. But yeah, I'll show you the racks we've got for those. And please, guys, read the comments if you're learning about this stuff, because there's always valuable things to read in the comments. And if there's something that is just bad and I see it, I'll delete it. You can't always believe all the comments, but generally when you read enough, you can see what your best choices are. I know like I've zip tied these to stakes. I wouldn't recommend that. These are pretty powerful. Generally, I mean, like, they will shoot up, but the zip ties almost always break in half. The power out of this thing, zip tie will break, thing shoots up, and when I come, this is laying on the ground. So it's probably not the best idea, but you know, use your own judgment as far as that stuff goes. If you're using the racks, you're safe. And I will show you something else I do with these. These, you have a lot of options, the skinny ones. So you can do up to 50 millimeters in these racks. I also will just use my regular racks. I'll shove it down in there. Got your wire. This rack here, you can break the bases off of your consumer tubes and have them in there, which it's not really necessary because you've already got a rack holder, but I do use just the regular tube a lot of times and stick one of these in and shoot it if I'm just doing like one salute during the day, which is probably not recommended. But like I said, I mean, they always go up for me. Slice rack, this thing here, you can extend it. You can fit 3 cases of slices on this rack. Those are $220. It's a great rack. You can also use this as a cake holder. You've got, you know, smaller 200-gram cakes. So if you want to, you know, if you want to get your kids, you got young kids and you want to teach them the electronic firing, I know a lot of people want to buy this good stuff for their kids, and they're always questioning stuff. But if you want to spend a little bit of money on them, you know, get them a nice rack. Tell them you're gonna use it. I want the cakes between there. I want you using the firing system. Set it up. You could really teach a young kid a lot about this, and you know, that's what they're into. There's so many things that your kids could grow up and do in the pyro industry. So not necessarily does it have to be a waste of money. I mean, there's sales, there's shows, there's all kinds of stuff. Just any industry, you know, there's things your kids are interested in. Let them do it, because it just might lead to something. Even, you know, singing, dancing, all that stuff can lead to something. There's just crazy where things can go. So if you can afford it, let your kids have some fun. And the last part of this video, I will show you what we use for the 62 millimeters. We have these 18-shot Craigco racks. There's no spring in them. They are $240, I believe. Put your wire on. load them right in there. Your wire will come out of here and into your firing system. It's a perfect fit, in and out. Real nice, made of aluminum. I think they're 240 bucks, but that will definitely be the safest thing we can offer. But like I say, you guys can build your own stuff. You guys can come up with your own ideas. The safety's on you. Really, the only person to blame when there's a firework accident is the person lighting the firework, because ultimately there's ways around it. We all do stupid stuff. Even Roman candles. Like, everybody holds Roman candles, and like you really shouldn't. But me myself, I grew up with my dad having me hold Roman candles. I will let my children hold Roman candles. If there's an accident, I'm not going to blame anybody but myself. There's just different things you need to know about everything. The bottom of a Roman candle is generally not packed. So if you're going to hold them at the very bottom, where if something does happen, you're probably still not going to get hurt. As far as something blowing out the back end of it, hold it off to the side of you. So if something blows out the wrong way, it's going to go behind you. So there is wrong ways to do things that can still be safe, but be a little bit more fun. And then it's just, your tolerance to danger is up to you. There are certain items, like things that you should never do. Some of these big loud firecrackers, don't ever hold them and throw them. And I guess I do that sometimes too. But ultimately, like, very, very stupid. If that goes off in your hand, that is probably the most dangerous thing out on the market today, is big firecrackers. So, alright guys, you guys have questions, put them in the comments. You guys any input, put them in the comments. If there's anything I need to put on the next video will go into cakes or compounds. But appreciate you guys. I'll get back to you with any questions you have. Thank you.